Welcome to Here's How We Get There. It's the daily show filled with conversations about business and mental health in a down-to-earth style with real-world language. Now let's dive in with your co-hosts, Kenneth Shark Kinney and Trey Tucker.
All right, Trey, the jury trial is starting in the Stormy Daniels Donald Trump case where there is a question of whether or not he illegally paid Stormy Daniels hush money through some sort of arrangement that Alvin Bragg, the Manhattan DA, says is wrong. When going through the jury selection, they eliminated a lot of jurors. I know it was over 60 or so on the first day or two, but they now have a jury of 12 and I believe 5 alternates. So, question is for you, could you be a juror on a Donald Trump trial?
I definitely could. I mean, the whole thing they train you with in grad school when you're becoming a therapist is how do you remain objective when you either totally disagree with whatever the client might be doing, or if you don't like the client for whatever reason, you still got to stay professional. You still got to look at the facts instead of letting your emotions get in the way. So, yeah, I actually think I could. Now, I don't know how I would handle the different things like media pressure and probably all the bickering and infighting that probably happens behind closed doors. So I'm not sure how I'd step into that nightmare. I think of the old play of 12 Angry Men, where I forget who the actor was, but he had to basically flip a whole jury in the back room on his own to get them to look at things objectively. But I actually think I could. What do you think?
I could, but I find it so rare that people know how to disassociate emotion from everything they do in thinking, and we see it more and more today. If you turn off social media, if you turn off the news on, typical television or radio and just focus on the facts of most arguments, you usually can come to a different conclusion than you would have when you listen to everybody. Now, I will say, as much as I think I could, I did hear a lady who was excused early, and she made a great point. You think you know who this is, you've seen him on TV forever, but it's a larger than life character when you kind of get there. I mean, this is a first. No, we've never gone after a sitting president. And I would argue that he's I'm trying to think who would be more famous in the world than him as far as name recognition and face recognition because of the hair, the orange skin. He's a tall man. He's been on TV forever. He's been in Home Alone. I mean, Home Alone 2, I guess. The guy's he's a rock star as far as name recognition goes. Maybe Putin or Michael Jordan, 20 years ago, maybe LeBron, I don't know. But
Taylor Swift, maybe.
Worldwide, he's one of the most recognizable people on the planet. And so I think there's so much baked into this. It's going to be really hard to find. I think we're going to see at least, one or two of the jurors probably get dismissed unless this trial happens quickly, because too many people have already been selected and then excused when they succumb to some of the pressures, when they found, they let their feelings out and known that they couldn't. So, I believe everybody's innocent until proven guilty in a trial. I don't know if he's going to be able to get a fair shake, though, especially doing this in Manhattan, where 9 of the 10 people, I mean, he was basically the king of Manhattan forever, especially with Celebrity Apprentice. He's built a lot of the buildings there. He's got multiple buildings there with his name on it. Trump Tower, one of the most recognizable buildings in all of New York. I just don't know how you get a fair trial somewhere in that city with the people that live there. It's a lot different when you have the most famous person on the planet.
Thank you for joining Shark and Trey on the Here's How We Get There show. Make sure to rate, review, and subscribe to the show and visit here'showwegetthere.com. That's here'showwegetthere.com.